Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be back in this wonderful country and to be back in Athens. This is a very inspiring discussion this morning. I realized that already. And really, we have to, there is no bigger, more important topic than this transformation we are talking about this morning. There are different dimensions which I would like to highlight. We are rightly talking especially about the technological dimension of this necessary transformation. Fit for 55 until 2030, climate neutrality until 2050. I think this is perhaps the biggest technological revolution since the invention of the early industrial system, the steam engine, and what followed afterwards. So we should not underestimate this task. It's huge. It needs all our engineers, our workers, the capacity of the universities, that's for sure. And we are concentrating on that with our European legislation at the very moment. The Green Deal is an excellent piece, and we have to transform that into reality as soon as possible. But what we should not underestimate, and it was rightly underlined by our speakers before, is that the concept of the SDGs is a very holistic exercise, and it is rightly so. Because transformation is not only in technology, transformation is in all dimensions of the society necessary to achieve what we would like to achieve. Let me talk about the social dimension. Because when it comes to the speeches, we are clear on the holistic approach. But when it comes to legislation, when it comes to our political practices in Europe as well as in the member states, the social dimension very often lags behind. And that is also a bit of my worry now in the European legislation. Do we really realize the dimension of change? If this is such a huge transformation, it's very clear that it's going to produce winners and losers, especially in those old industrialized regions all over Europe, where you traditionally produced coal, steel, old-fashioned cars, whatever. What are we doing? Of course, we have a just transition fund, but do we really already live up to the capacity we have to invest to strengthen the muscles in these regions to economically recover and find new ground in this new model of sustainable economy? Question mark. Phoebe rightly pointed out that we have already instruments for that. She was talking about the semester structure. The European semester is a coordination mechanism, not only for the economy, also for social policies, for education, for health policies, environment, whatever you want. It's tracing back to Antonio Guterres when he was Prime Minister of Portugal in the early 20s. In the early years of this century, 20th. It was started in 1999 and 2000 and the years after. We are not yet there where we would like to be, because this semester structure has not been so successful as it should be in equalizing our approaches and in equalizing our standards. There is a democratic dimension. We have seen a recent study of the Commission. Where come this poison from, this anti-democratic poison of right-wing populism? There is empirically two explanations. And in English, you can sum it up with two words: decline and neglect. Decline is an economic variable. Neglect is cultural and social. So we have to realize also that we need, that's a question about ownership. We need those people in the areas that are in danger to get the decline and the neglect to come in and to themselves identify with this transformation Otherwise, what do you think is going to happen in France next spring? So this is the very question. This is what is at stake. So we have to promise to each other to find compromises in our societies and to find compromises in Europe to really go this holistic path and not only talk about it. So this is my main point, and that has also a fiscal dimension, and I'm pretty sure we come back to that later.